Greetings, my name is Alif. I'm from class 1B. My name is 2223210037. I'm also from Fakultas Pendidikan dan Ilmu Pengetahuan, taking a non-English major in University Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. This video was made for my English pronunciation final test given by Ma'am Ika Handayani. Here I will be reading an article about Indonesia in this trying time. So yeah, let's start. After a year of living with coronavirus, Indonesia is going backward. A year into the pandemic, Indonesia has made no significant progress in containing COVID-19 since President Joko Widodo announced the first two cases on March 2 last year. Since last October, the world's fourth most populated country still reigns as the nation with the most COVID-19 cases and highest fatality rate in Southeast Asia. Despite the government's efforts to contain the virus, Indonesia is still trapped in an endless first wave. Indonesians are used to hearing a new record of number of COVID-19 cases announced every single day. The government half-hearted social distancing policy, low testing rates, poor contact tracing, and policies that prioritize the economy over people's health have contributed to the country's bad COVID-19 management. Indonesia started rolling out its vaccination program with all its controversies in January. This ranged from targeting only people of productive age, thus putting more vulnerable older people at risk, a decision that government then revoked to giving passage shot to celebrities with massive social media followings. Based on its estimated numbers of vaccinated, only 5 out of 34 provinces are expected to complete the program on schedule. Another study indicates Indonesia will take 10 years to complete its vaccination program at the current pace. Coinciding with its first pandemic anniversary on March 2, Indonesia's health ministry announced it had detected 2 cases of a more transmissible COVID-19 variant in the country. Failing to learn from its previous mistake, the government has yet to issue any policy in response to the worrisome findings. The conversation in Indonesia's latest analysis from various sectors indicate that after 1 year of living with coronavirus, Indonesia is still in the very same boat, if not going backwards. The damage that COVID-19 has done to Indonesia is enormous. The conversation in Indonesia has recorded at least 5 harmful results of the government's poor policies during the pandemic. First, democracy under threat. Before the pandemic, Indonesian democracy was at its lowest point due to Jokowi's various oligarchy policies. The pandemic has dragged it on further with the government action setting it back civil rights freedom. Jokowi has silenced many critics of his policies during the pandemic. Activists and media institutions that have been critical of the administration have experienced cyber attack. It is no surprise that the latest report from the Economist Intelligence Unit showed Indonesia Democracy Index dropped to 6.30 in 2020 from 6.48. A year earlier, the figure ranks Indonesia as flower democracy, just 2 categories above authoritarian. Lower education quality. The abrupt change to online learning to reduce COVID-19 transmission risk has been a shock to Indonesian education system. Ensuring the smooth implementation of online learning in the archipelagic country with more than 17,000 islands is quite a challenge due to the lack of infrastructure and unequal access to technology. Indonesian internet penetration is the lowest in Southeast Asia at 56% and is only 31% in its most eastern island, Papua. Teachers' lack of technological skill has added another problem. At least 60% of Indonesian teachers cannot use online learning technology. Due to the teachers' limited skill, there is almost no interaction with students. The only interaction is when teachers hand out assignments via WhatsApp and short message services on their phones. At risk of economic depression. Indonesia is expected to face depression if negative economic growth continues in the next quarter. A year of negative economic growth will plunge the country into a depression. If that happens, analysts have predicted the economic recovery will take even longer than expected. It is such an irony looking at how the Indonesian government has done pretty much everything to save the economy, including risking people's lives, but to no avail. The government prioritization of the economy seems to be clear on paper. but has been poorly implemented. For example, the distribution of the Social Assistance Fund is still far below the target. Last year, the government managed to spend only 83% of the target. Gloomy future for the youth. The bad news is, from the company means a gloomy future for Indonesian youth. Before pandemic, the proportion of young unemployed people between 15 and 24 years old in Indonesia was the second highest in Southeast Asia, at 17%. The slowing of the economy due to the pandemic will make it harder for the young generation to enter the job market. Even if they can secure a job, things won't be easy. A 2012 study in Canada and the UAS showed graduates during the recession get lower salaries once they are hired. It will take them at least 10 years before their earning match those of their colleagues. Lacks environmental commitment. If the pandemic has a silver lining, it will come from environment. Temporary human confinement due to COVID-19 has been proven to reduce coral bleaching due to lower daily global carbon dioxide emission. Coral bleaching happens when warmer sea temperatures drive out the coral algae, which have become the food sources for sea creatures in the ocean. Less coral bleaching is the good news in Indonesia, as 2/3 of its territory is the ocean. Its sea imposed in economic and human activities to contain the spread of the virus has given the sea a chance to recover. However, the government's policy are still a major stumbling block for the environmental sector to get full benefit from the pandemic. As long as the government still prioritizes the economy, saving the environment will remain an impossible mission. The world may enjoy lower carbon emission during pandemic. However, this will be short-lived if each government still does not commit to reducing its national carbon emission. Indonesia is one such country, despite being one of the world's largest emitters. The need for good policies during the pandemic. From the multi-sectoral analysis above, it is clear sound policy making, reliable database, evidence, and research are critical. Without this element, it is impossible for an administration to handle this COVID-19 pandemic better. But could we count on Jokowi administration? As we recall, at the beginning of the pandemic, instead of turning to science for answers, some of Jokowi ministers recommended prayers and traditional herbal drinks. Later on, this administration preferred fixing the economy to taking care of the people, a decision that proved futile. 1 year is enough time to learn from mistakes. It is time for us to move forward. Thank you for watching this video.